Tim, are you ready for a brand new episode of As the Buckle Turns, where we kick ass and take names? Where this week we're going to be doing the predictions for Stomping Grounds, where the superstars are going to be kicking ass and taking names.
Adam, why are you saying kicking ass and taking names after everything you say?
After this week's Raw and SmackDown, that seems to be the cool thing to do these days.
So at GOP Gaming, we kick ass and take names. That's what we do now?
If we have to, if that's the cool thing, if that's how we're going to get listeners, we're going to kick ass and take names. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of As the Buckle Turns, where we kick ass and take names. I'm Adam.
I'm Tim.
Sorry, wow. I needed to throw that one right in there.
Wow.
But yes, as I said in the opening, we are doing the predictions for Stomping Grounds, where we kick ass and take names.
You can't stop yourself, can you?
You can't. You have to say the full name now. That's how often it was pounded into our heads over two shows, and really the least hyped pay-per-view in a long time.
Oh. No one wants to go to this pay-per-view. I mean, I find it hilarious. This would be a nice little segue into our first thing, whereas Stomping Grounds, WWE, who's controlled wrestling at the premier crop for almost 2 decades now.
Alone, basically, yeah.
Can't sell out one of their throwaway pay-per-views, which they used to be able to do anyway. They used to be able to do.
Yep.
Where AEW just sold out All Out in under 15 minutes, but according to you, you found out that within 30 seconds of it going live, they froze things because they had to process all the transactions.
Yeah. So, and it took 15 minutes for the system to process the transactions.
And at one point in the queue, there were 60,000 people trying to get tickets.
Yes, for, once again, sold out is same Sears Center as last time. So it's only about 11,000 tickets that they totally could figure out last time.
I think they were actually they found out they were going to do a little bit more this time.
Okay.
I think that their whole goal for All In was prove 10,000.
Yeah, and they exceeded that.
Yeah. So I heard something that they may have put found more seats in there, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But regardless of all, they still sold out in under 15 minutes.
Yep.
And WWE, it can't sell out a rehash of name redacted, that street fight in Jersey, some parking lot,
random parking lot
where
in Jersey.
all the matches are, pretty much. Oh my God.
I'm really AEW is totally riding their hype train right now.
Yeah, they are. And it kind of helps when you have Sasha Banks liking a tweet from Cody, putting a link on her Twitter for Fyter Fest.
Yeah. There was a rumor that this past week she had a meeting with Vince, and nothing has been solved.
I heard nothing about a meeting this week. I did. There was one near the end of May that was said to be better improvement. That could eventually maybe her leading to coming back in time for SummerSlam. But I heard nothing about a meeting this week.
Yeah, I don't really see anything happening at all. So.
Well, she was down here in Orlando, apparently doing some motion capture stuff for 2K20.
So maybe she's living up to the other responsibilities, for the games and doing stuff like that. But the television product, she's just not living up to those right now. And until we find out exactly what her complaints truly are, which it's a messy situation, because I want to believe that she's standing up for something that she truly believes in. At the same time, we don't know exactly what it is that she wants.
I think we can speculate on that because we know why she stopped. She said she wanted to quit. Was yes, it was over losing a championship, but the idea of you just put these in there. You made a big deal about bringing this tag division in, and it's only been 2 months. So how does that make these titles credible?
Right.
And before you take them off us, and put them on a team that you haven't been giving any real TV time since they came up. So I can understand that, and then if you just put it in her past booking since she came to the main roster,
yeah.
I think it's understandable that she wants to be booked better, be used as an actual star, not just second nature to Charlotte.
True.
And just be used correctly. But who knows? Until you're right. Until we actually know for sure. I'm sure those are some of the reasons. Maybe there's other reasons as well. Maybe she just got sick and tired of realizing that the company is just pushing the women's stuff just to get that headline and not actually mean anything about it.
The worst part of it right now is the overall situation, where it seems to be there's a great idea, and then someone gets bored and needs to move on to another idea. So there's no follow-up. Like, it just, hey, here's this cool thing, and then in 3 weeks we're going to be on to this other thing. But it's not the same people at all. So everyone just gets left to this wayside now.
I mean, look at the Kabuki Warriors. They came in. They're supposed to be a big challenger for the Iconics. We got a few matches, maybe a match or two with them on SmackDown. Where have they been lately? Oh, that's right. They're going to get a match in Japan against the Iconics, and if they win that, they'll get a title shot.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Fun. But anyway, what else do we have on the docket?
Tony Khan. Well, we're gonna keep going with AEW then. Tony Khan was on Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast this past week, where one of the best parts is, like, much like the John Moxley and Chris Jericho podcast a while ago, where you had two guys that love the industry. Talking about, this was two guys who love the industry, love the art, and they were talking about the possibilities of what was coming. Mm-hmm. And it was, Joey Satin, who on Twitter had a great tweet. It was taken the wrong way, and I totally understand. It could have gone with a different word, but he was saying how it was great to listen to Austin and Khan marking out about wrestling. And Austin immediately shot back. He goes, "No, I have a love for the industry, great love for the history of it, and I'm a fan of it. In no way did I mark out." It was just like, all right, he probably should have used the word geek out.
Yeah.
But understandably, in the audience, the internet wrestling community, we've taken that name, the word mark, and we've changed it. It's now about geeking out to wrestling.
Yeah.
It's like fanboy. It's like, oh, I'm gonna fanboy right now, but you mark out in wrestling.
So, but yeah, and one of the things we got from this, we got a little update. Not how we do know for a fact that their TV show will be 2 hours.
Yep.
We know that what the focus of the TV show is going to be when it first launches. It's going to be focusing on the Tag Team Championship Tournament.
Good.
And a bunch of teams will be buying for that for a first round buy, apparently.
Nice.
In it. So,
Yeah.
And the goal.
That's at Fighter Fest.
No. This is at he was talking about for the TV. You'll be fighting. They'll be working for a way to get a buy from the past the first round.
Right. The match is SCU. I forget. It's three or four tag teams in a match, and the winner of that match gets a match at All Out to get a first round bye in the tag team tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it sounded like from the comments, it was like this was going to be happening in the fall.
Yeah.
But
No, they're already starting to like promote all of this. That way, when the TV show
good.
kicks off, it will start off with this tag team tournament as the
okay.
focus, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah. So we know that's coming. We also know that through other sources, not necessarily, I don't think it was announced on this on this podcast, but at All Out, we will get an unveiling of the women's championship belt.
Very nice.
Hopefully, they can do a little bit better job, so when they actually pull it out of the bag, we actually see it. Unlike what happened with Bret Hart. But we'll be getting that. We also learned that after the tournament is over for the tag team titles, they're going to be focusing on the women's, establishing that division, and then eventually down the road, the women's tag team division.
Very nice.
Hey, Adam, didn't we just say a few weeks ago that if AEW wants to really stick it to WWE and just show that they're going to really be a place for women's wrestling, they should start with a women's tag division?
Yes, we did say. Well, we said that they should focus on women's tag team wrestling, which will lead to a women's tag team title for a division. Because honestly, as much as we have ragged on TNA Impact over our entire illustrious podcasting career so far,
Yep.
we still give them props for the fact that they had their focus within women's wrestling, like allowed a natural development of a women's title and a women's tag title having like importance on all facets of their show.
Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball in the tag division, though.
Well, yes, but I mean, there was a period where it shined very well for them.
No, it really didn't.
Shut up, man.
Because
I liked it at that time. Okay,
No, trust me.
I
liked it too.
People.
I mean, I liked it too, but when you looked at what they did with the tag, when they brought the tag titles in, instantly, almost half of their division, which wasn't that big, but for the small company, it was fine for one title, instantly became tag teams, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I had no problem with how they did it. I liked it.
It just wasn't. It just they try to put focus on that, and like, oh crap, we're not really putting that much focus on the Knockout Championship. So they kind of went back there, and then the tag titles just kind of fell off. They kept them around way too long, and eventually they sneakily got rid of them.
Well, they had a good idea at one point.
It was a good idea. It's just they didn't plan out how they were gonna utilize that element. Where they should, because they still only had a certain amount of time for their TV, so they should have been like, maybe this month we're going to be focusing on the women's tag title feud.
Mm-hmm.
For here, we'll keep the women's knockout showing up in promos or having a match here and there to build to a bigger story for the following month, and done something like that. It probably would have maybe worked a little better.
Yeah,
but at the time though, they were the first bigger name company on TV that actually brought in tag titles, and one of the reasons why WWE eventually started giving some time to divas. Let's be honest, it was still years later before they actually gave them real TV time.
Yeah,
they're kind of like, oh, we can't let them have the marker on women's wrestling. We created women's wrestling.
Oh, of course.
But So yeah, we don't know when the women's tag division will be established. I wouldn't be surprised if over the next few months we start seeing more tag teams being signed to AEW. And then around the time the tournament starts,
Oh, I mean, it would be great.
we'll start seeing more women maybe get signed to prepare for the women's tag division. Only time will tell. But
exactly.
it'd still be great to see when they do this because if we don't get a tag division from them within the first 2 years of AEW's existence, I will be disappointed.
Okay, now I have to ask. You mentioned that there'll probably be more signings in the next coming months, all the way through to the end of the year, of tag teams.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've hear about all these rumors of tag teams that are not happy with where they're at in certain companies. Do you have any? Sorry, I needed to stretch for a second there. I don't know why when I try to lie and stuff. Okay, when I try to build something terrible. Okay, seriously. AEW, who do you want coming over from WWE to be part of their tag team division?
Roy.
Yeah, I mean,
Roy.
you're the one eating over there. I can't build this anymore. I personally, I have a tag team that I do want to see come over. And no, not the Revival. I mean, the Revival...
Oh, it's froze.
Well, our video feed for us talking has just gone wonky.
Yeah, so you were talking about what tag team you want to see come over?
Yeah, I want the Good Brothers to come over. I want the club. I want them there.
Yeah,
And
I can see that working.
And I can declare how you book them immediately.
They come out, give the too sweet to the elite, saying we're part of this, yada yada yada, and they just ruin wrestling by booking only their friends.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
No. Like, you have. I mean, the great idea is at the end of All Out, or at the middle, someplace during All Out, Carl Anderson comes out in a jean vest, gets right into the ring, grabs a microphone, it's just like, you know why I'm here. Oh, you know why I'm here, but you don't know who I am. And they're like, wait, what? At this point, Gallows comes down to the ring. He's like, the line is, you know who I am, you don't know why I'm here. God, now takes the
I'm not wearing
Kevin
this
Nash
wig
wig
anymore.
off. Just so you immediately realize that, yes, they do mean business. They are here to kick ass and take names, but they are also comedy gold.
You just had to slip that in there, didn't you?
Oh, I love it. It's comedy gold right there. Come on. Come on. Cody, listen to me on this one. You got this.
No, I would agree. The Good Brothers would be the team I'd probably want to see come over outside the Revival.
The
The
Revival,
other team I would
and
want to see come
oddly
over.
enough, I have one more that I'd like to see come over.
What's that?
The Ascension.
Yeah, I can see that. The one other team I'd want to see come over outside of the Revival and the Good Brothers can't because they're locked up for 5 years is the Usos.
Yeah.
But
For me, it's more fantasy booking that I'd like to see the Usos against certain like I would like to see them against Guerrillas of Destiny. I would like to see what they could do in the ring with the Briscoes. Those are tag matches that I would love to see, and it would be like, oh, I'd love to see them against the Young Bucks. I would love to see what they could turn out against the Lucha Bros.
yeah, so it's one of those things, but like they're locked up for 5 years. But maybe by the time their contract comes over and WWE no longer exists because Vince is an idiot,
Yeah.
they'll be able to come over. When AEW buys WWE because
Okay, man. Don't get ahead of yourself on that.
I know. Let's be honest, though. The Khan family could buy WWE if they wanted to right now because they have far more money than.
Probably.
But yeah, no, that'd be fun. So it'll be interesting to see what else that comes out going forward. But it'll be nice to know that we're actually going to get a look at the AEW Women's Championship come all out.
And I like the fact that they're starting off their focus not just on singles wrestling. They're like, no, we're focusing on tag team wrestling because we want more people to be participating.
Yeah, not just participating, but just that was one of their big announcements when they announced All Elite Wrestling was they're going to have the best tag team division in the world. And what better way to prove that by saying, oh, we're going to a TV deal. We're going to be spending the first several episodes building up our tag division in a tournament to crown our tag team champions. What better way to say, screw you, WWE, we're better at tag team wrestling than you are. So, what else do we have got on the docket?
We've got the entire G1 card has been released. You have that for us.
Yes, we do. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but we do have it's a lot of matches. So, I decided without Adam's input, any way, shape, or form, which is fine with me because I'm a boss.
Thank you.
Is that we're going to predict the entire G1 tournament, not on air, unfortunately. That would take a long, long time. And next month, I'm going to be slammed with commitments. Actually, the next few months, I'm going to be slammed with commitments. So I don't have time to go through, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 shows.
Yeah. No.
So I have the card on there. I've gone through and put my predictions on of who's going to win each match. I've selected who I think is going to win each block and who I think is going to win the G1 climax there. So the way this is going to work for us is whoever gets the most predictions correct going into the finals. The finals is a separate thing. We'll get a pay-per-view win in predictions. Cool. So
then,
whoever
I'll make sure the belt is right where it belongs.
So whoever is the champion when the final matches are announced, whoever has the most wins, predictions out of them, will see the will be the champion. It could be retaining their championship, or it could just be so we can have a new champion.
No, probably just a retainment.
Yeah, because this guy right here is gonna be the champ after this Sunday.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
If I can stop blocking with what I want to happen and start booking with predicting with what I know is gonna happen, sure, I can take it. That's what happened when I started my run, a few years ago. Like, I was like, here we go. I stopped booking with my mind, my heart, and going with okay, this is what's gonna happen. And I started winning.
Yeah, I know.
So,
but I'm feeling good this year. I'm feeling real good.
I'm just letting you win, so you feel like you can win, and then I'm gonna come back and destroy you. Okay, so before we move on to predictions, there's a little CM Punk controversy apparently.
Oh, what is it?
Apparently, whenever CM Punk tweets about anything that's not wrestling related, people have to ask him and beg him to go back to WWE and save it. And he basically responds, I don't have the tweets. I don't really care to get the tweets. That he's like, if you're unhappy with this thing, stop watching.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I left. And he just kept basically saying, since you guys, and basically he started off with, since I can't post anything about hockey, movies, comics, or anything without you asking me about wrestling. And he basically said that. That's what led eventually to a tweet that we mentioned a few weeks ago, where someone asked, "Hey CM Punk, are you going to disappoint your fans when you by no showing AEW? All Out?" And he's like, "Yes."
Just the wording of that question already assumes that he's going to be, going to AEW for any reason.
Yeah.
We have it on his own word multiple times. He's done. He's not getting back in the ring.
Don't get us wrong. We would love for him to make a surprise appearance at All Out, but it's probably not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Like, the odds are so far there. It's like, no, it's not. Yes, we want him to come back. Yes, we'd love to have him have at least a send off so that he could end his career where he was happy with.
Right.
But he's past it. And as much as we would love to see it, it's not our place to go and tell someone that they owe it to us, or
go
you're
dance for
disappointing
me.
us. You're disappointing us by not coming back to us.
You object that I used to pay attention to. Why are you not doing the thing that I want you to do?
It goes back to stuff that comments back when his pipe bomb in WWE. It was like, you guys boo me, but then you shove your stuff in my face to sign at the airport, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just because you bought his merch and all that doesn't mean he owes you. Just because you are a fan of his and all these things, because wrestling, the one show that you want to watch, WWE, sucks, it means he has to go back to make you happy.
Yeah, no, that's not how this works. Not at all.
You weren't the one in there sacrificing your body for our entertainment. You don't get to tell someone they have to go back, or you're going to be offended, or you're going to be let down. No. You should be happy that he's happy, he's moved on, and he can do stuff that he wants to do now.
Yeah,
but no.
Personally, if I ever ran into him or had time to be able to actually talk to him, I would jokingly, be like, when the next big AEW show is coming up in Chicago, and be like, so you showing up for this one? They got you booked, huh? Jokingly, because I'd be like, no, I want to talk to you about the comics. I want to talk to you about comic book stuff. I want to talk to you about this other stuff. I want to geek out with you, dude.
Yeah. So that would be, so it's just one of those things where, as much as we would love for him to show up and be involved in some way, no, don't. Everyone who's trying to hope for that and saying he's going to be there, you're just setting yourself up.
Yeah, you're just going to be disappointed. It's like asking Fox Studios for a good X-Men movie. Like, it's just not going to happen.
There were some good ones. Not the best, but...
No, I'm saying direct X-Men movie. Not like, Logan.
Oh, no. I thought Days of Future Past and First Class were good. They could have been a lot better.
They were above average.
I would say they were good, but when you compare them to what Marvel does, they're below average.
It's so sad too, because sorry that we have to get off on this for a second. When Marvel does have a below average movie for them, everyone immediately like, this is the worst thing ever. It's like, no, this is obviously better than X-Men Apocalypse.
Better than Daredevil.
Yeah. Yes, Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Spider-Man 3.
Justice League. Yeah, I don't care what people say. Justice League is a eyesore of a movie.
Yeah, it was. Oh, it was bad. All right, but no, so... Yeah. But no, so it is what it is. Let's move on. We're up to predictions now?
Yeah, we can do our prediction. Well, we do. I do have to say, we're once again next week. We're doing more predictions. The week after is more predictions. 3 weeks in a row of predictions again. Whee! All right, let's get into this.
All right. So we have 9 matches announced so far. Nothing has been set for the pre-show. But if I had to take a guess, that's going to be the Cruiserweight Championship match that's put on there.
Why?
So here's what we have from Wikipedia. We have Bayley defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Raw star Alexa Bliss. Raw star Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre, who apparently is now on SmackDown just as much as Reigns is on SmackDown, because he's actually a SmackDown star. I forgot that.
I know.
He's on so many shows. It's like, oh, yeah. We got Becky Lynch defending against Lacey Evans. Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin with a guest referee of Baron's choosing. Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler in a steel cage for the WWE Championship. Samoa Joe defending the U.S. title against Ricochet.
Okay.
That should be a good match. We got New Day, Big E and Xavier Woods versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Okay.
Tony Nese will be defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Akira Tozawa versus Drew Gulak. And Daniel Bryan and Rowan will defend the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Heavy Machinery. Oh, look, the Revival don't have a match on the show.
They'll be on the pre-show.
Or the Usos. Well, yeah, jeez.
Against the Usos.
And then we have 3 questions to answer, but we'll get to those after we do our predictions.
All right.
All right, so Adam, starting at the top, Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Who do you pick?
Okay, so I definitely want Bayley to retain here because I want Bayley to continue building as a viable champion. Not just hey, I won it because I cashed it in and then I lose the first time I defend it.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, Alexa Bliss with the championship on her is always a great thing. But it's WWE, so shit. Okay. The babyface is winning. Bayley is going to retain their championship.
I agree. I already put mine down for that.
Only because it's so weird. Alexa Bliss on Raw though is kind of the face, and then SmackDown she's a heel.
So for match number 2, I'm just gonna put Roman Reigns for us both.
Actually, no. I really do think that this is a pretty decent spot for Drew McIntyre to get a win over Roman here.
With what's been going on.
Yeah. That way, it also continues promoting Drew as the muscle for Shane.
Yep.
Allowing Shane also by proxy to continue being built up to whatever it is that they're building him to.
The WWE World Champion.
Oh my God.
I'm going to stick with Roman Reigns. I do agree with you on that. Drew McIntyre could get a big victory here. But I'm going to go with the big dog.
The big dog. Okay.
So should I just put Becky Lynch down for number? So should we just put Becky Lynch down for number 3?
Yeah, I'm putting Becky Lynch down. Lacey Evans, the women's right. That is a pretty damn well guarded move right now. It's not protected, but it is guarded. Like, she's able to hit that, and people actually sell it for her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank you.
Here's the thing, though. My thing with a punch as her finisher. What's the difference between the women's right and a normal punch?
That's why I don't feel like it should be a finisher. I feel like she should develop another finisher past that.
Yeah.
And that's actually when she finally really does have that next finisher, that's when she gets to shine as a champion.
Because Nikki Bella eventually she had the hard elbow.
Yeah.
Like when she won this title from AJ Lee in that 3-minute matchup because they did a play off of the kiss thing, turned around to an elbow, then into the rack attack. It was a great. AJ sold it, and it was a good thing. Like just bam, it was great. Can't believe I'm praising Nikki Bella, but yeah, I think she needs Lacey Evans needs something more.
Yep.
All right, so the next matchup on the card is Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin for the WWE Universal Championship with a special guest referee of Baron's choosing. So he's going to kick ass and take names.
Yeah, well, no, because Seth Rollins seems to be the one who's kicking ass and taking names.
I know.
Does no one know what a heel or face dynamic are in the WWE anymore? Because if you looked at this from a we don't know who anybody is situation, and I just showed you from the beginning of Baron Corbin having to find a guest referee all the way up to this week, you would tell me that Seth Rollins is the heel in this situation, and Baron Corbin is just trying to find someone who's willing to stand up to Seth Rollins and his tyrannical control of the back area.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't say yes in a way you're right, but at the same time no, because the way Corbin's portraying it is like he's picking a guy who's going to favor him.
Right.
And Seth is basically coming in and swallowing him down, saying, "Oh no, you can pick whatever you want, but they favor you. I'm going to take him down. Like I'm just going to knock him out."
The problem is, one of them was Eric Young, who's just like, Seth, we've been friends for so long. Turned around, Baron Corbin's about to ask him, and he's like, nah, dude, we're cool. And Seth attacked him anyway.
But we had some kayfabe breaking this week. That how dare the dead EC3, after being demolished by Seth Rollins, show up at Drake Maverick's wedding? If he's not dead, he can be the special guest referee.
Yeah. Just.
So, all right. So who do you pick?
I am choosing Seth Rollins for this one, though.
So am I.
It's definitely Baron Corbin is not meant to be. Well, he's not a viable champion right now.
Especially since the possible rumor of who's going to be the special guest referee, which we'll get to in a few minutes.
Who is that? Who's that rumor?
We'll get to it when we get to, that's one of our questions.
Oh, all right.
So next up is Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship in a steel cage match.
Should we just put Kofi down?
Yeah, I know. Though if they want to throw us for a loop here, they could have Big E turn heel here.
Yeah.
Because he has a connection to Ziggler in the past.
Okay.
So if they wanted to do it, have him turn heel, they could have him turn heel and help Ziggler win the belt. But you're right. No, that's okay.
It's Kofi. The only reason that they seem to have brought Ziggler in is because they had no other plan as to who was going to be facing Kofi once he finished with Daniel Bryan, or it was they had no idea what to do, no backup if Daniel Bryan was injured.
No, they the reason why they brought him back in is because Kevin Owens refused to go to Saudi Arabia.
Okay, all right. I mean, well, no. Now you can actually, after this match, blend in a Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston showdown later on at SummerSlam?
No,
you can't.
That's where Shane's gonna win it. Don't you remember?
Oh, that's true. Oh, then oddly enough, we can get a Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon feud where KO gets the belt back.
And they're not going to turn him keep him be face, turn him back to heel, then turn him face again.
No. Technically, you don't have to turn KO face at all. Shane just ends up being more heel than KO being heel.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go that direction.
Like, KO wants to go for the championship just to screw over Shane. That's all it is.
Okay, so Samoa Joe versus Ricochet for the United States Championship. Who do you pick?
My heart says Ricochet. My mind says Samoa Joe. my body is tingling, letting me know that it's going to be a great match no matter what.
You have to get time.
Even without the time, I think that they'll turn in the match that makes everyone perk up a little bit.
I think so too. I think
It's going to be a little bit like when Ricochet and Cesaro faced off a couple weeks ago.
I think it's going to be the sleeper hit.
Yep.
But who do you pick?
Samoa Joe.
I'm going Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Just because this is probably where I'm going to screw myself over here. Just because we only have one that we disagree on right now, I'm going to go with Ricochet.
Oh. Okay.
I think he could possibly take the victory. I think you're right on Samoa Joe, but just so we have one more, because all the next ones I think we're probably going to agree on. And so if we have just one more option, maybe there's a chance I could win this. Okay, so the next matchup is The New Day versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn has been losing nonstop on TV. So is this where they get a victory?
Yep. I am going KO and Zayn. Because I believe that this is also where you can blend in the Kofi Kingston KO feud coming up.
Yeah. See, this is a tough one. I think New Day could possibly take it because Big E's finally back. But they have been losing a lot. I agree. I'm going to go with agree.
Okay.
All right. Next matchup is Tony Nese versus Akira Tozawa versus Drew Gulak.
This one's a tough one, actually. Because Tony's been a great champion so far.
He's retaining.
Yeah, I want to say that. Yeah, I'm going to say that. It's Tony.
Okay, so the next matchup and the final matchup to predict that we know of so far is Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus Heavy Machinery. I'm going with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to say the same thing. It's Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan again. Just because I don't feel that Heavy Machinery has enough exposure right now in WWE to warrant them getting the... Like, this is meant to be the rub for them.
Yeah, if they walk out with a tag belts, that'd be dumb.
First of all, if the show goes in a way that actually is very surprising to everyone and still makes everyone feel satisfied as to how those developments happened, I'm going to be like, Vince McMahon died. That's what happened. The entire show was rewritten on Saturday.
After listening to our predictions.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how this happened. I haven't even published this yet.
All right, so the three questions we have are: will Brock Lesnar be the special guest referee? Because that's the rumor, potential rumor. Will Brock Lesnar cash in his Money in the Bank contract? And the final question: will any championships change hands?
Why would you do that to me? Because there's two scenarios that can play out. One,
oh no, so
Lesnar is the special guest referee.
You say yes?
No. I'm just playing this scenario out right now.
Oh, okay.
Lesnar is the special guest referee.
Mm-hmm.
Screws over Seth Rollins so that Baron Corbin wins. Immediately cashes it in and walks out as the champion. with both men laying dead in the ring. Like, that is a kicking ass and taking names ending right there for Stomping Grounds, where we kick ass and take names.
And put the Universal Championship back on Brock Lesnar.
I know.
It's everyone off.
Exactly. It's one of those that, like, everyone will be froze. It'll be like Brock Lesnar beating Undertaker, being the one. Like, everyone just froze. This would be an ending where everyone would freeze and be like, what the hell happened?
Yeah. So, What's
I
your
mean,
prediction?
at the same time, I do not think any of those things are going to happen. So, no, Brock is not going to be the special guest referee. They're going to continue to milk his cash in for as long as Brock Lesnar wants to get paid $100,000 to show up.
Yep. So you're saying no special guest referee, no Money in the Bank cash in.
Nope.
I am going yes. Brock Lesnar will be the special guest referee, but no cash in.
Okay.
Now the question is, will any championships change hands? See, I'm going to cover my bases here. I'm going to say yes, just because I actually do have one championship changing hands, but that's not the reason why I'm saying that. Like I said, I think Joe will probably retain his.
Yeah.
But there's that, just in case that one match that they decide to, like Becky Lynch, we're going to say, we don't want Becky Lynch to be champion anymore. We're going to put on Lacey Evans type thing. Or Bayley and Alexa.
Nope.
You're
This
saying
is
no?
going to be a predictable show. There are no championships being changed.
Oh, so I agree. I agree. But since these questions only don't hurt me, they can only help break a tie, technically.
Yeah.
Why not take the risk?
Okay. All right.
Because at this point, I think like Vince is so stressed out that he's either gonna quadruple down on his plan, predictable booking, or he's just gonna say, "Screw it, I'm changing everything."
Yeah. No, it's Vince. It's going to be bland and predictable.
Because there has been rumors going around that they're because of the poor ticket sales of changing the card around. Well, they haven't done that, but it doesn't mean they can't throw Vince to say, you know what? I'm going to make sure people pay attention and come to these shows. I'm just going to have surprises out of the wazoo. So they go, you have to watch TV. No, Vince. It'll be like, Vince, no, we all know why you did this. It's still not going to get us to come in and watch because it means you're just going to randomly change your mind just to try to throw us off, and you're still going to be predictable.
Exactly.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard our predictions. Let us know down in the comment section what your predictions are, and what you think of our predictions, and answer the 3 questions. Will Brock Lesnar be the special guest referee? Will Brock Lesnar cash in his Money in the Bank contract? And will any championships change hands? Let us know down there. Adam, you got anything else on this to say about this?
No, not at all. I'm going to win.
Yeah, sure you are. You clearly didn't win in life with that face. Oh!
It's personal, man.
So, you're not going to win here. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. Since you've been listening to us go talk for a little under an hour. Wow, short show.
Yeah, short show.
Go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Like I say every week, it's not easy listening to Adam, and it's definitely not easy when I have to look at his face. Though my face is the one that's hard to look at today because I am so goddamn sunburnt.
Your face hurts today.
Yes, it does. But give us a thumbs up. While you're right there, go over and hit that subscribe button.
Ding.
Ring that bell.
Ding, ding.
Get bent. And Adam's face.
Of course, you got to throw that in there.